Hoodrich Radio is the voice of DJ Scream. My dog Moran is here. We got a special guest in the building. Some people know him as Dre from Power, but we call him Rotimi. Rotimi is here.
My brother.
What's up, my African brother? How you feeling, man?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed.
Now, what made you decide to come to Atlanta and tear it up? Because you know you like trending all over social. Like, he's here. He's at Lennox. He's at Magic City. He's at
people are
Phipps.
using you the cap right now.
A lot of people are.
Ran into my bro at the club.
Exactly. We working.
Yeah, man. You know, it's one of those places that if you working in people, I gotta understand that if you want to break a record, you gotta break in Atlanta first. You know,
Okay.
and like I know that, and with the DJs and the radio and just the people, man, Atlanta sets the trend for what's cool. So. Fact that people growing to love Rhythm the way they're growing it, my new single, you know, it was a point that, you know, it proves my point.
Did you feel like the timing was proper, you know, with the success of like Wizkid, Davido, and just Afrobeat as a whole? Like, did you feel like the timing was proper for that record?
I think the timing was perfect, you know, because it's about to be summertime. The record feels really, really good. It feels good in the clubs. It feels brunches, wherever you at, it just feels good. And being African American, the truest word of the form of the word, you know, my parents are first generation Nigerian. I've seen this music and I've seen the way it's growing since like 2011 when I was on tour with Wizkid and to now. So I knew like, okay, this is the perfect time for a record like this. For sure.
How's the connection been with your career and your parents? Because we know that in African culture, certain things are very traditional.
Oh, yeah. So, Rotimi, you have to be a lawyer, a doctor, a dentist.
Right. You go to your school.
Go to school, graduate at 45. You know what I mean? Like, it was tough, man, at first. But then my mom knew, like, early that I was meant to sing, you know. So she was my first manager. So she had me in the hood in Newark, New Jersey, recording and wedding singing at 6 years old. And she knew it, and she had me playing the violin, the piano, everything musical just because she knew I was so passionate about music when I was a kid.
It's tight.
You know, so as I grew up, I was like, okay, this is really what I wanted to do. And the misconception is I started acting before I started singing, and that's not the case.
You were singing before you.
Yeah,
the singing actually led to the acting,
the
right?
singing
That's
led
how you hooked up with 50?
Yeah, well,
50 was music.
50 was music. And so basically what happened was I graduated college. I needed some money. And my manager at the time was like, yo, you need to get a commercial or something, bro. And I ended up getting an agent. The only agent I was able to get was because her son went to Northwestern too. That was the only way because no agency took me in because I had no resume. So my first audition was this major show called Boss. And I ended up booking the first audition and became an actor.
It's tight.
So my first, it was blessing. So my first actual acting class was the first episode of Boss. So I was learning as I go. So that's the funny thing about it. And this is like 6 years ago. So I'm still learning the craft of acting and still music, but that was never really my plan.
Right.
You know, I just kind of fell into it.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you, I mean, so the role just briefly, Dre from Power.
Yeah.
Do you sometimes read them scripts and be like, man, I ain't doing that, man. That's just wrong, man.
You know, and the funny thing is, like, Courtney, the creator of the show, she asked me, she was like, Ro, what do you want to do? And you want to either be a Ghost 2.0 or do you want to be the villain? And that was when Lobos was about to get killed. And I knew that they needed a villain. So I was like, look, there's already an Amari. Like, that you can't be another Ghost, you know what I mean? And so I wanted to create my own legacy as a TV actor, and I took this way. And it was a lot at first. It was like, dang, you got to do this, bro. But it is what it is, and it was just a beautifully written script, and I loved it. I loved it.
We're all looking forward to season 6.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's a lot of surprises for that. What else you got up your sleeve for this summer before that season kicks off, though? Like, are you taking this show on the road? Like, are you doing some shows, some tours with this song?
Definitely. We taking Love Rhythm all over, man. It's been out 2 weeks, and it's over 2.5 million streams on social media right now. Thank you, man. And so when a record connect like this, you got to just keep moving. And so we're already having some offers overseas or some offers domestically. So yeah, we're just building in my album. I mean, my EP comes out May 24th. So I'm excited for that. It's called Walk With Me, and I'm excited for everybody to just continue to understand.
What could we expect from that? The same vibe? Like, is it going to be?
It's a collection. You know, when we sat down to create this project, man, I took a year off from, like, publicly saying I'm doing music. I wanted to, like, really take my time with this and make it perfect, you know? And so we took the style of Akon mixed with a Craig David, mixed with my sound to create Love Rhythm and this project. So it's different levels of that Love Rhythm formula, you know, that we took. So it was strategic. Everything's been strategic so far, and it's been executed right.
What's one of your favorite places to travel to?
Well, I'm about to buy a property here, so
there you go.
Oh, right, yes.
You know
what I mean? So yeah, I just bought.
We need you in Atlanta, man. You're welcome.
I love it. You know, I love it here, man. The culture is amazing. The women are beautiful. The food is great. There's a lot of Africans here. You know, so I'm at home.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's give the world a little bit of the African culture, like maybe give them a food or two, or a saying or phrase or two.
Oh, so you know, so some food would be some jollof rice.
Jollof rice for sure.
If you're not,
favorite.
Yeah. Oh, you rock with it
for sure.
Nigerian jollof rice is better than Ghanaian. I'm just
better
saying.
than Ghanaian. Come on, man.
I'm just saying, bro.
Didn't we create the jollof rice? Didn't we create the jollof rice?
I mean, what? Just what I gotta do with it? You know what I'm saying? No, jollof rice is good. Either one is good.
Yeah.
And when we say how you day, it means how are you? You know, so how you day, I day fine. So
that's they say that Nigerians make the best goat. Is that true?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Curry goat.
Curry goat is Jamaican.
Oh, that's Jamaican. Okay.
Yeah, but they good there. That's really good though.
Got you.
Yeah.
And what about the O? Where do you think the O came from? Because I've heard that in my household. It's like, I
feel so lifted up, bro.
I think
is this true?
I'm not African.
Like you say something, you say after it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not listening.
Yeah.
Are you done talking? No.
Yeah.
So what's some of the other things that you into? Like, do you hoop? Do you play like video games?
I ball, bro.
You ball?
Yeah, I play basketball. I'm a sports fanatic. You know, I grew up playing sports. I was varsity captain of my basketball team since I was a sophomore. So junior. So it's always been competition of proving myself and everything. You know what I mean? So if one door closes, another door opens. You know, so I realized that, but. Yeah, sports. You can find me at a hookah lounge. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And chill vibes and I just love my friends, man. So
no doubt.
Yeah. Simple, very simple.
That's good vibes. Now let's venture into the world of your direct messages, your DMs. We imagine that you get some very
trouble.
We imagine you get some very interesting DMs. Would you like to just share some of what goes on?
No, I don't really want to talk about that. It gets a little crazy in there.
I mean, what's the craziest DM you've got, bro?
Oh man.
I mean, you don't have to say who.
No.
Like,
I mean, when you put out saying that you're the Nigerian, as Cass would say, they say
ladies and more ladies. It's Mr. Sexy Nigerian Butterscotch checking in.
Yeah, it is. So, you know, once you put that energy out there.
Oh, yeah, it's a different vibe.
Yeah, man. So put us on game.
I mean, you know, I've seen some things. I've seen some body parts from some verified women.
Okay.
Okay. Congratulations.
Verified.
Yeah, some verified women.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
So how does it make you feel when you get these verified messages?
God is good.
Oh, yes, exactly.
Sound like Moran. That's a blessing.
100%. Don't run from your blessings.
Have you ever taken anything like seriously through the DMs? Like met somebody that you vibe with and
I tried it once and it was cool. It was like, you know, you don't know you don't know the person, so it's like you meet the representative, you know what I mean? But then the real person starts, you know, so after that I was like, I ain't doing this again. But you try, you know, you try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try it. Yeah. Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
It was trash. So would you ever do it again?
No.
Wow.
No.
That's what it is. And what about when it comes to fashion, man? What's some of the spots that you like to hit?
Man, I'm not even really big into like the name brand stuff, man. My eye is always on like, oh, that looks cool. What is that? You know, so I've always been just like a feel person, because that's how I got this far, because my intuition and my instincts have been always just on point about things. So I'm not really into like a fashion, like a brand. I like just cool.
Just
cool
whatever
things.
makes you
whatever
feel.
makes me feel good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good.
No doubt. Now, since you've been to Atlanta, what's the most memorable spot you've been to? I mean, you got on the Magic City hoodie, so
Yeah. That's one.
Imagine.
Yeah.
None of the strippers slid in your DMs?
That's it. I'd probably say the Mercedes-Benz building.
Okay.
It's fire.
Real nice
like,
building,
that's
right?
a really dope spot, man. And yeah, I think those two places are a staple. You know, but I think that's really dope. Nobody's paying me to say anything else.
No, for sure.
You know,
for sure.
so
have you had any memorable soul food or anything?
You know, I had, and it's so sad, man. I grew up eating like Nigerian food, so I haven't really had proper soul food until maybe last year.
Okay,
like homemade last year, like from like a friend of mine, and her family just made some bomb soul food, and it was actually out here too.
Okay,
it was in Marietta.
There you go.
Yeah,
Of all places.
Yep.
Out of all places, it was dope.
That's a super north side.
Yeah.
I just find it interesting because there's a number of black girls in the room and they all looked at you crazy when you said that. Like, no soul food.
Oh, she's Marietta Shawty, so.
Marietta? Are you Marietta? Hey, hey.
Yeah, she can cook.
I was on the east side. It was southern. Yeah,
South DeKalb. Oh, South DeKalb.
South DeKalb Mall?
Oh.
No, I went to, yeah.
You get stripes for that, bro. I'm from there. I don't even go there.
That shit was crazy.
Timmy was on the east side? What?
It was, yeah.
He was probably got on some American deli and everything.
It was a vibe, man. I was like, just show me everything. You know what I mean? So my manager, Kenny Hamilton, took me out there because he's from around there. And so we were just chilling over there for a minute.
No doubt. Have you done any like maybe collaborations or spoken any up since you've been in Atlanta? Because obviously this is the music mecca and you're probably running into artists on every corner.
Yeah, I want to keep the project like really to myself right now because I feel like I still want to prove that I don't need anybody. So that's why with this new project, I made sure that I had one feature, but everything else has been literally just me, and that's why I wanted to make a statement. But I've had people that I respect, and that show love. Shout out to Trouble that he showed some love the other day.
Dope.
And a lot of other different, the Grand Hustle family for sure.
Yeah.
But like, but yeah, and 2 Chainz, because I did his joint the other day at Escobar. So
right.
it's all love, It's just I'm in a focus. Let me just show that I do this.
Yeah.
Do you feel any pressure seeing how most people did meet you as an actor and they think, oh wow, now he wants to sing now? Do you feel like you just gotta prove these people wrong?
I don't gotta prove nothing to nobody. I think I'm on a mission just because God sent me on this mission. I'm here to break the bounds of like, oh, you're supposed to be this and this, the stigma of being in a box. I'm showing people that you could just be a creative and just be good and great at both things and get that out of our head. Like, it's so simple-minded. Like, so I'm good at this or I can't be good at that. Like, this doesn't make any sense to me, And so I'm here to cancel that, And I feel like Harry Belafonte set the tone. I think Jamie Foxx set the tone, and now it's my turn to set the tone of what that is and take it to another level. So, yeah, there's no pressure, I'm just here to educate you that that's not who I am. It's just a piece of my gift.
I like that he just takes artistry serious. Like, he does things that artists do. Like, he does interviews and he goes and he
comes on time
with DJs. He's early, actually. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people would say, I'm on TV. I ain't got to do that stuff. So salute to you for that.
Thank you, big
bro. You know what I'm saying? That's been the way since day one. So, final questions. Power Season 6, just an estimated time. I know you can't spoil the announcement, but will it happen this year?
Oh, of course.
Will it happen this summer?
Of course.
Okay.
Got something to look forward to.
Oh, yeah, you guys are y'all gonna love this season, man. It's probably the illest one for me personally as an actor because you get to meet Dre as a human being and see what he does and why he's made a lot of the decisions. And it makes you look and say, yo, dang, if I was in his situation, I'd probably do exactly the same thing.
So we're gonna turn around for Dre. We're gonna like Dre again.
You might. But I think it's just it pushed me very, very tough as an actor, because a lot of different emotions I've never ever expressed before, which is really dope.
Okay, we appreciate you coming back to Hoodrich Radio, man. Give everybody that Instagram and introduce your new record right here on 96.7.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Rotimi, a.k.a. Mr. Sexy Nigerian Butterscotch. Yo, this is my new single, Love Riddim. It's available everywhere, all platforms, man. Go get that right now. Y'all gonna love this song. It's the song of the summer. Let's get it.
There it is. It's Hoodrich Radio. Keep us locked.